My name is Adrian Freeman, and I'm the project manager of BAAS Web Services Company. And today we're working on a website for our client, Mr. Gerald Jones Photography. And I'm going to be going over a few pages that we did for him to show him what we have been working on continuously, from the last time that we showed him the website, show him the improvements that we made to it. Now on the home page, he wanted a rotating slideshow on his home page. So when viewers come to his home page, they can see that the different types of events that he has been taking pictures of. And also on his home page, we have some his links to his social media pages. And right now, Mr. Jones, he doesn't have an Instagram account, but when you click on it, it goes to Instagram.com. But we will be creating a Instagram for him. And also, when Mr. Jones wants a Twitter page, but he doesn't have a Twitter account set up. So when you click on his Twitter link, the Twitter icon, it just goes to twitter.com. But when we go, we present the the final version of his project, we're going to have a link to his Twitter and Instagram pages working, and after we create the pages for him. And we have a link to his Facebook page. So if you go here to his Facebook account, his business account, it shows all of his works that he's been working on. And go back to his home page, and his he also has a YouTube page on his YouTube account on his Facebook. On his website. So when you click on the YouTube icon, it goes to his YouTube link, and it shows a video of some gallery he went to in New York, and it shows what happens at the event, and that way when people they can see what other stuff he can work on besides just taking pictures locally, and he's also a he can travel to different destinations if need be. Now coming back to the home, see now on the galleries page, before when we showed him the galleries page, we didn't have a rotating slideshow on his galleries page, and he wanted that on there, especially like the weddings that he does. And we created a roving wedding show slideshow, and also this is a roving slideshow of a prom pictures that he took for someone who wanted him to take pictures for him of them going when she was going to her prom, and she graduated in 2020, June of 2020. And we have some other stuff on here that's completed. Mr. Andrew Hansen, he's going to talk about the forms, the contact us form that he's been working on. And we have Langwood Brow. He's going to talk about some stuff that he did on the back end of the website. But he contributed to the website as well, but he's going to talk about the security aspect of the website. And we have Mr. Selwyn Gabriel, and he's going to talk about some stuff that he did on the website. So for right now, I'm just going to turn it over to Mr. Andrew Hansen.
Andrew Hansen, and I will be talking about the Contact Us page. So here we have a Google form that I put in here using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This form requires logging in with a Google account. So here I'm logged in with my Gmail. And it asks a couple simple questions, such as your first name, last name, phone number, email, and you can ask a question. So when you hit the submit button, it sends this and it gets recorded. So currently, this Contact Us page, it goes to this Google Forms page, and I can see all the responses right here, a summary of each of them that I've previously tried. Might have to refresh this to see the latest one. So you can go to settings in here. So what we're trying to do next is to send this data to Google Cloud SQL database. So here I have an SQL instance that I've created for us for Gerald Jones Photography. So here's a server. We have a public IP address, a connection name, and more information. So I've created 2 authorized networks for the Google Form page and the Google Site page that will connect to the SQL database. And here we can enable SSL connections, and we will do this in the future, but we're not doing it yet for testing purposes. But SSL encryption is a good standard to have implemented into any website for security. It's a secure any database, of course, connected to the internet. So here are 3 user accounts we have created, and I created user 1. This will be linked to the Google Forms page to accept requests from it. Here's the databases. So these first 4 databases, Information Schema, MySQL, Performance Schema, Sys, I did not create those. Those were automatically generated by Google Cloud SQL, or the cloud platform, I should say. I did create this TestDB database, and that is the one we're trying to send data to. And we also have backups and more logs. So anyways, so here is currently an issue I'm dealing with connecting MySQL to our database. I'm getting this error, and it's a JavaScript based error, and I'm very familiar and fluent with the JavaScript programming language, and I will have this problem worked out soon. And that for the most part, we have most of the functionality we need so far, and let's go.
I am Selwyn Gabriel, the assistant software engineer and the lead graphic designer. And one of the things we have is the About Us page. At one point, the client wanted the employees taken off of the information tab, off of the Meet Us tab. But once we showed him how easy it would be for him to change it if he has a change in personnel, he decided to keep it because it has more of a personal touch, and also so that when people have when they book a photography session with him or need him for an event, they'll at least be somewhat familiar with what the other members of his team look like, and so they're not surprised, or they think that it's only a one-man job. And also we have the testimonials page here. This is something that we observed on a lot of other professional photographers' websites, and we thought it would be a good addition to this. Um, so here's the and then we have the FAQ with some hyperlinks to get them to where they need to go faster. And I think that's uh, how do you and after me is going to be Langui Brow, or is it?
Yep.
I'm Longi, bro, and I'm a website security analyst for the development of General Jones website project. I'm currently working to define the culture of the company security system. The main objective of all security prospects is to protect the information and photography data and of General Jones business. We should set the main function such as identification, protection, detection, response, and recovery. The security system of General Jones photography will be articulated in two stages. The first one is to provide better web hosting service. Securing the web is one of our priorities. The advantage to be taken into account are as follows. Secure hosting, dedicated secure hosting, SSL, firewalls and DDoS prevention, user access and permissions. Also configure a secure server. Update the equipment and software for the website. Use robust and different passwords for each service. But in our case, user don't need to provide a password. We have also make a regular backup of our site. Data security, secure communication from the website, and limit privileges users. Our user form contains the first name, last name, phone number, email, and a test field to ask a question. This form is linked to a SQL database defined by Gabriel and Andrew previously. As I mentioned above, the important is to maintain the security of the data, which consists in defining the data and files, encryption and decryption. The file defined in the form must be entered. The other step is mainly reserved for the host or the manager of the website defined by General Jones Company for the purpose of the protecting the images recorded and displayed on the website. Is it about uploading and displaying the images? The choice of website accommodation service will be determined by General Jones and us at a closer meeting. With this choice will be decisive. It will define the security process and design and other requirements for the security of user and all data. Establish the link between internal and external user working on the project. Thank you.